to Blossom Homestead. My name's Sharon. So in this week's video I'm going to get my 3 garden beds ready for probably for my summer crop or something like that. Alright, come along. Right, this is my artichoke. We're going to let's see what it looks like. What? Look at them all. Can you believe that? That's off one plant. Right, I'm going to get it all out. And let's see how much we've got. We don't need that cooch. Right. This is all off of one plant. Can you see it all in there? What do you reckon, Gingy? So now I've got to Google what I've got to do to it. How do I keep it, and how do I cook it, and lots of stuff. I'm going to give it a wash. And see how it goes. So, I'm going to start digging up these garden beds. I want to get them ready for summer. Are you ready too, Chookies, are you? And this is Mrs. Houdini, who gets out all the time. So, I'm just going to do digging up, but I better get somewhere in there is my garden pipe, my garden hose. Not this one. But I'm wondering how much chickens are going to help me out. Right, I've dug up a little bit, and now I'm going to put you on time lapse to see what the chickens do. They're all ready and waiting. Yeah, we're getting there. So I'm gonna leave them like that for a couple of weeks and then probably do some more digging. Haven't done this one just yet. Look at all the cooch in there. So I'll just dig it out. I've taken about 3 or 4 inches out, chucked it all over there. They can give it a good going over now, the chooks. They're gonna love it. Aren't you? Well, Miss Houdini has to go back in there. What are you doing out there? So, this is my garlic that is looking pretty good. That we planted a few weeks ago. Need to come in here and weed it. So this is what I actually weeded these here last week, but that's in this video that I'm showing you. And they're doing a great job. So I've got to get some. These are my chickens. Yeah, you're doing a great job picking up my garden. Cleaning up my garden and that. So let's go and have a look. So I'm just chucking some weed in. So hopefully that they can do. That's it. Get all the weeds out. Still got all this here is cooch, and once it's in there, you can't get rid of it. So I'm going to actually have to spray it. But they're in there doing a good job. So I've put some weed in here too for them so that they can actually scrounge it up. It looks good. So, because last week we got heaps of rain, so that's why I quickly chucked all my weeds out this way. And then they got in here. I tried put some peas in here for a green crop for them, but looks like I've got to cover it up. So I went over the weekend for my niece's 25th, and my sister-in-law and brother-in-law have a farm down at Keith, and they kindly gave me some bones. So today I'm organising to get some bone broth happening. But they also gave me, look at that lovely T-bone. I am looking forward to eating that. And then some marinated lamb. Yum. So, but today I'm going to do some bone broth. I'm going to do it 2 ways. One is just about plain, because I'm going to hopefully get some meat from farm to fridge, I think that's what it's called. I'll write it down, which is that I've ordered some from Two Creeks. So, but I'm going to try to do a carnivore diet. So this bone broth is going to be awesome. So one is going to be for just plain for me to have on the carnivore, and this one here is going to be with onions and carrots and celery in it. So I've put them in these containers, but this one here is still a bit frozen. That's all right. That will thaw out in the oven, and I'm just going to put a bit of salt on them. And then, I don't know how long to cook them for. I'll try. I will have a look at half an hour. Right, this is going to be my plain one. So I have roasted with a bit of water in it, the bones on 200 degrees for about an hour and a half. So I'm going to put them in here. And I'm going to put all this juice in there as well. I'm not going to waste that. That'd be yummy flavour. So, and in this lot, I am just going to put some rosemary. I've just got this from out my garden. I might just give this a quick wash. Right, how about that for a quick wash? So, rosemary is actually very good for you. It actually, so this is what they say on the internet, that it boosts brain function. So I think I need that, definitely. And then promotes hair growth. So that'd be actually still good for you, and supports my digestive system. So that's always awesome. And it's also provides natural pain relief. But there's lots of others as well. But I'm going to put quite a bit in here because I want that in there. And then I've got some oregano, which that's also good for you too. It actually reduces inflammation, and it also fights harmful bacteria and viruses in you. So I'm going to put a bit in here too, and then I'll put that in the other one as well, what's left. And then I'm going to put some salt. So I've just, with the rosemary, I don't know how much I put in there, just a couple of twigs, and probably 2 tablespoons of oregano, and probably 2 tablespoons of salt. And then I'm just going to fill that up. And now I'm going to leave this on slow or low, whatever you like to call it, for, I might even leave it go for at least 24 hours. And almost forgot garlic. And that's good for your system too. That keeps everybody away if you have too much. No, just kidding. I've got no idea what that's for. Right, done. Now I'm going to put it on. So this one here, I'm just going to add other stuff in. Oh, I've got to find my carrots as well. So I'm going to put my celery leaves in this. So this is what I dried up when I had my celery last year. And these here, it's good in vitamins and minerals and antioxidants. So I'm going to put 2 big handfuls, because that'd be half. That's half of what I had in. Oh, would that be 2 cupfuls probably? And then I'm gonna put 3 sticks in, and then rest of that's probably a tablespoon. Chuck that in, and then some. The garlic. I found out that it actually helps you with colds, and helps lower blood pressure, which that's what I need, and also that helps you with your cholesterol as well. So, and now onion, I'm going to put that in because that actually boosts your heart health and regulates your blood sugar and also fights against inflammation. So everything that you put in these things here is good. And that's it. And then I fill this up with water, and I'm going to be putting this here on for the same amount of time, 24 hours. You've seen me fill it up with water. Just hold on. Yes, and I forgot my carrots to go into the stock. So I've given them a good wash. These are the ones that we found out in the garden. So just to remind you how easy it is for me to cut this up. Look how easy it is. It's just a piece of cake. Oh, I love my knives. Just better get that can come. And that's it. That's what I'm going to, and I'll put them in there. In my beef stock. And I almost forgot. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of this in each pot. Right, this has been going for 2 days, so I'm going to strain it. You can do whatever you like, if you want a cloth in it or whatever, because if you just want the liquids and no any solid bits in it. But I don't mind the little bit of stuff in it. So I just go and sieve it out. So I've got all strained. There is some lumps in there and that, but that's all right. I don't mind that, and I can see the fat on the top. Hopefully it's not too bad because it goes rancid in the jars. So I've got these, and I'm just going to fill them up. So you can say, oh, that might be a bit too much fat. I might have to see if I can drain that off. Now, because this has got fat on it, I am using vinegar to wipe the rims because that takes the fat away and makes it clean and that. And this here also gives me a chance to check the rim and that, and then I'll put the lid on. And that's what I'll do for all of them. And then I'll put them in the pressure canner. Right, the first lot is in my pressure canner. So now I have to put it up to 11 psi for the area I am at, and then I will leave it at that for 20 minutes. That's what they say for pint jars, which I think about 500 mils. These are what, 370, but I'm still going to give it to 20 minutes. So that there's popped up and it's venting, so now I've got to vent it for 10 minutes. So it's been venting for 10 minutes. I'm going to put this on, and then now wait for that. It's got to get up to 11 psi, and then I've marked with, so I don't actually have to keep looking. So it's got to be in between those two lines for me. So now it's up to pressure, and I'm going to be cooking it at that for 20 minutes. And that's it. That lot's done. How good does that look? Thanks for joining me on this week on Blossom Homestead, and thanks for coming along and helping me preserve some beef bone broth. Alright, you guys take care and God bless.